the GSL.
Fight!
$4,002, man.
Yeah, it's a long way up that
Generic
hill.
green
That's
wings.
right. We're almost to 4,020, which is the whole goal here.
4,020.
How dank would that be, Artosis? Well, it's going to happen soon.
Yeah,
next year.
I guess.
Ocean Gaming. Zest.
Generic green wings against generic green pants. So, I mean, I'm not... Zest has had times where he has absolutely, like, invented new stuff for the metagame in this matchup. He has brought some of the most powerful builds out. Like, for instance, the more recent iterations of 2 Stargate Phoenix, those are all his.
Yeah.
He debuted those and really helped to perfect those. He is fantastic at perfecting builds. The thing is, do I think that today he has new stuff? Like really new, groundbreaking stuff that's going to change the metagame? I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, I don't know. There's this whole period where it was like I can't remember how many BlizzCons ago it was because we've done a lot of those now, but where everybody thought Zest was going to win that year. He was like the best player.
That would have been...
Was this like...
Well, I mean,
3 or 4 BlizzCons ago?
Not everybody thought he was going to win.
But he was one of the players where you thought, okay,
because
this guy has a very serious shot of taking it.
I think that was 2016 or 2015 that you're talking about, but yeah. We don't have sound effects on.
He sort of... Oh, yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
somehow the sound effects in game are not on.
I
thought something was off here.
I'm like, no, that drone definitely attacked that probe.
They'll probably get that fixed pretty soon. So, this time around, we have a robo coming out here for the Protoss.
Yeah.
With the depths being built out here as well. We're still very early on in the game.
Mm-hmm. Now, what build will this be? Is it just going to be a massive Immortal Sentry all-in? How many Immortals are we going for? How many gases are going to be taken? Of course, there are different ways to do this where you can, slow it down a little bit. Possibly even take a third base with an opener like this, like make them think it's not.
Yeah, the Zerg's going to need to come in here and try to scout this out as well as he can. Because if you can ferret out that information, then it's just up to the Zerg to try to get the proper unit comp to counter it. Oh my god, but we're actually having Ling Bane coming here. So Rogue immediately coming in here with a lot of aggression. This is intended to end the game right away. And so the Immortal is actually not particularly... I mean, it's a good unit no matter what in most cases, but it's not particularly useful in moments like this.
Yeah, it doesn't kill Lings and... Well, I guess it does fine against Banes, but it does kill Lings too quick. Now, there are 2 sentries, which definitely helps out. It's also a pretty thick wall. If he can get the Immortal down there and in it, that definitely can help. That is a big area to re-wall, though. But with the force fields, you know what? Like, there's definitely a chance that Zest can hold this if he reacts very swiftly.
This is going to be a moment where it's going to highlight how quickly you actually have to react in StarCraft. If he's not completely ready to block this off, it's going to be really bad. Here we go. Is he ready?
God.
Is he ready? Oh, my God. This is so weird with no game sound.
Yeah, it's
that was totally weird.
But you know what? This is pretty darn good so far from Zest. Like, there's going to be non-stop Lings coming up. Where does he utilize his force field? Okay, he saves that. Beautiful force fields thus far. He has 2 gates up.
Still got the cybernetics core there somehow. It's very low on HP.
He's going to even start another one right now. This so far is a really fantastic hold.
I feel like this is like a really oldie sport, like when there were movies but there was no sound or anything like that. It's like
I just wish we were playing in black and white. That's what I wish.
Yeah. No casting, just an occasional phrase would pop up on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, blocks
here we go.
dying.
And game sound's back, thank God.
Yeah, the gate on the left is going to end up falling, so he's got to be careful at that. I love the heal on that gate. Manual heal, beautifully done. Warps and Zealots on the outside.
Yeah, now he's starting to come in here. The Warp Prism can really allow him to last a lot longer than you'd expect. But GG, Zest taps out.
Yeah, that was a very strong hold from Zest. Just very expertly done. Rogue, look how wiggly he is in his chair right now.
Well, that was I was a little bit surprised, especially considering how good he is at late game. I was not expecting him to open up with that, but
I think that's why he did it.
Well, this is the thing: is Rogue is one of the other players that is so good at preparing for a long series, best of 5, best of 7s.
He's good.
Really hard to imagine almost anybody beating him.
Yeah, he was kind of a sniper in Pro League for a little bit. In fact,
SOS
because
Rogue
he is good
Mario.
at prep.
Yeah, he knows how to prepare. And look, I mean, Zest might have held that had he reacted a little bit faster, but Zest already in hot water. You know? Excuse me, Rogue already in hot water. Really cool, though, to see that.
Well, it's definitely one way to mix it up. You know, and I guess that it does make you think that, well, I better be careful going forward here. Look at that. Rogue gets up. He's furious, Tasteless.
Taking his break.
He's running out of here. He's got tears in his
my
eyes.
Blazer back on.
As he gets over to the bathroom. That's okay, Tasteless. I know that shirts are difficult.
I'm not good at shirts.
You're kind of like a
I'm
puppy
safe.
where you throw a blanket over a puppy and just watch him for 20 minutes, try to get out, and then they take a nap under it.
I'm ready to be on camera. He got up so fast. Okay, not shocking that he's going to take a break there, though.
Well, that just so did not work.
Yeah.
So, well, I would say back to the drawing board, but I think that he has things planned on these maps now. It was such a simple hold. Luckily for Zest, the build order he chose did involve 2 early sentries for gaining energy.
Yeah.
And obviously those force fields make it so much easier to hold on.
Yeah. So let's see if Rogue decides to go for a more conservative approach. I mean, generally speaking, like we've said, the Zerg late game is really strong right now. It seems like the Zerg players have really mapped out, in Korea and outside Korea, how to get hyper-abusive in the end game. So generally speaking, we're expecting to see Zest do something of more of a timing of his own to try to come in here and take down
something that
Protoss,
we would always expect, really, as well, because he's never really been known for late game, even though he is a bit of a macro toss. It's something, actually, I mentioned yesterday, where I think that people wrongly think that macro players are always really great end game. That's not necessarily the case. Like, players like Zest and Invasion are actually very much strongest in, like, a late mid-game, early late-game scenario where they've just maximized units all game long and abuse you through that way. Whereas just because you're good at making a lot of units doesn't mean that your end game is suddenly fantastic. Because when both armies are maxed out, it doesn't matter that you can make armies better than them, you know?
Right.
When all the tools are there, it doesn't matter that you make armies better
At that moment, it's about decision-making.
Yeah.
And how do you actually try to maneuver on a giant map? We're actually going right back into this game. So let's go.
Jin Air Green Wings, Rogue. Ocean Gaming, Zest.
So I'm imagining here we're going to have a more conservative game coming from Rogue here.
Yeah, I think it'll be a more normal game out of him. I'd be pretty surprised if he tried something like that once again. Don't expect to see it at all. I mean, forget the map lineup now, but maybe on like Thunderbird or something. Even though it's a big map, sometimes they wall out the bigger choke. Anyways, it's tough. It's tough to give a real analysis of a game like that because you have to mix games like that in or you become too predictable. And it's such one of those scenarios where if they win, right, like say Rogue wins that and then wins the series. Hey,
From New Zealand.
Thanks for coming.
That is a long flight.
Thank you much. But yeah, it's one of those build orders, one of those strategies from Rogue where, you know, if he wins that game and sets the tone and forces Zest in some tough positions and wins the series, you're like, see, this is kind of brilliant play, right? Like we've had players like that in the past that have been very aggressive in certain key games. Sulky's like a good guy to remember for that, where he'll mix in the cheese very well. You know, there's Dark does that, right, where he'll mix in a cheese that's like very aggressive. You're like, damn, that was really good. But then when they don't work, it's so easy to take the other side and be like, why did you do that? Zerg's good in the late game. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a well-prepared build, but it did not pay off. And that's one of those moments where I think that would have given him so much momentum if he got away with it, but he didn't. Yeah. And this is very encouraging here for Zest, too. I think Zest he knows who he's up against. He knows where he's at. It would be a big deal for him to get to the top 4, but now he's already got his win. And he was ready, and he didn't even have to exhibit any strength in mid-game or late game. No. He just held off the all-in.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward with that build. It's the same build coming out of Zest as of now.
Right.
Of course, with Rogue, we don't see the same build.
Zest didn't even really get to show what he wanted to show here.
Yeah.
So he's still able to keep his secrets going into game 2.
Yeah, even if that was like a super special build, he can just use it now if he likes. So, yeah, it seems to be exactly the same build thus far. Rogue, we'll see where he wants to go from this. No real scouting as of yet. We don't see him getting Overlord speed or anything. It's funny watching sentries try to kill things.
Yeah.
Do you remember at the beginning of Wings of Liberty
when they were the greatest thing ever?
Damage?
Yeah, yeah.
So funny.
In the beta, especially, it was like you would want to just make sentries. They were better than the other units. You could actually fight mutas with them.
No, I remember I would make mutas. I'd be like, this must counter that.
Yeah,
and then the sentries would just body them. It would be dirty. They would just get wrecked.
I would fly in with my Mutalisks and then be like, oh, no, I mean, those are sentries. I have to kill these things. They're just little spellcasters, and I'd lose all my Mutalisks.
Yeah. It's funny times. Okay, so a lot of gates being added right now. A little bit of harassment going on with this Prism. Roachborn is on the way.
5 gates. Actually, it's going to be 6 here because one of them just finished.
So
he's
then that should make it a 7-gate, right? 7-gate Immortal.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Is it just 6 gates? I see 5 there.
Are there 2 at the natural or 1?
Oh, maybe there's a second one at the natural. By the way, this Overlord Scout is actually pretty late here. He's going to come in. He's going to see this now. Now it's up to the Zerg to immediately shift into a lot of attacking units. He needs to be ready for this.
I think that Rogue will be able to hold this. He stopped at 37 drones, so he is going to have like an extremely powerful army. A lot of units are being made right now. Yeah, I can't imagine this actually killing him. Now, Zest has to be careful here. Once he realizes that like Rogue has not been at all greedy, you need to pull back in this situation.
Okay, he's going to come in here now. Now, there's not a lot of force fields available. In fact, both sentries. Oh, I'm sorry, they were not popped. I think one's. No, they're both gone here.
Oh, yeah, you did lose both. Damn.
I thought for a second the warp wasn't picking them up. Okay, this rush is just a disaster. He's going to lose everything. The Immortal goes down, and that could not have been. That could not have gone better for Rogue.
Could not have gone worse for Zest.
Yeah, that backfired entirely.
Yeah, this game is as one-sided as the first one.
Everybody's just rushing each other today.
Yeah.
Okay, GG.
Sick.
All right. I'm going to take a break when I get my blazer back on.
Now this is a round of 8 I can get behind. Zest versus Rogue.
Yeah,
my God. What am I looking at?
Yeah. Now I think, judging by the way this is going in Game 3, they're both going to rush into each other, and it's going to be a draw.
I feel like so far, this is the second to last round of the qualifier for NA Challenger.
That was pretty bad when that rush did not work out at all. I mean, this is...
That... Well, it's so funny, right? Because he's doing this Immortal all-in, which is totally fine. I mean, it's still a build you should mix in. It's not as powerful as it was, but it's a doable build. And he gets up there. There's like 2 drones at the third. That should be your first big hint that your opponent was not greedy.
Yeah.
Okay? You're stopping on 37 drones and going Roach Ling? Protoss ain't doing nothing to kill you unless they have a Dark Shrine, okay? That's the only way anything's going to happen.
We're going to go to Thunderbird for Game 3. That's loading up now. Right now, Rogue versus Zest. Tied up 1-1 in this best of 5. Let's see which one of these players in Game 3 will take the lead.
Fight. Jin Air Green Wings, Rogue.
What are you laughing about?
I'll tell you in a second. I don't want to be interrupted by this.
Ocean Gaming, Zest.
Okay, so
That intro voice is truly the alpha of the three
no,
of us.
no, I can't speak over. It's like impossible to ruin it. Whatever I'm saying. You know that Rick and Morty episode where they're watching like Alien Cable. Alien Cable TV, and then they switch to this thing, and it's like the Olympics for some aliens, and whenever the alien like just runs and then explodes onto a wall, and people are like, "Oh yeah, oh that was good."
Yeah, I do remember.
Like
that.
they die to do their move or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the match we're watching right now. We're like we hold up weird scorecards or something. I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, you did it. Okay, that was your attack."
Yeah, I'm actually shocked we're already in Game 3. How long have we been live for? Under 30 minutes, 25 minutes here we've been going. And we've already gone through 2 games. That's crazy fast.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, coming in tonight, I didn't think that this would be...
Look at all these beautiful nerds.
Yeah.
You guys are in the right spot.
Totally. You know, out of the 2 matches tonight, I actually think that the good one is going to be Ragnarok Maru. I think that actually has a lot of potential. Even though it could be like a 3-0 Maru, I could see it being a 3-2 Ragnarok. So I'm very excited about that one.
Well, Ragnarok is... you know, we already had our Keenshori shot, so let's go ahead and move it over to Ragnarok. Ragnarok, it's really exciting to have him in the round of 8.
Yeah.
I think he might be able to pull something off. I do like a good underdog story.
Well, in this match I came in, I'm like, I think Rogue's just going to 3-1 him. Like, that's what it feels like, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those very clear 3-1 feelings where you're just like, I hope there's like a good game in there. So far, no, but we'll see.
These games have been so basic and abrupt.
Dude.
Like, after the first 2 games, I'm like, well, there's just nothing else I could say. His timing attack just didn't work.
This literally could be any 2 Diamond players in the whole world going at it right now.
Yeah. We're just casting random games on Battle.net, and they're just popping up, and we just talk through them.
Well, to be fair, actually, the hold against the Baneling All-In was... That was actually the highest skill thing we've seen today was the hold.
So we have a Twilight Council coming here.
Oh, okay.
So no Robotech. Zest is going to show us a different opening.
I bet you it's a DT-based Archon drop, but maybe not, actually. He's not throwing down a Robo. We'll see. He still has a few seconds to be able to do that. Okay, there it is. So yeah, should be a DT-based Archon drop. Now an Overlord gets in here. See what's what. There's a Robo. It sees that too. What is that? What's he gonna do?
I think he's going to hide something up here, Artosis.
I want to see double Stargate up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Shrine. Overlord's like, what? Goes back and checks.
Yeah. Well, this should be... I mean, this is not an uncommon build or anything. Obviously, the Archon drops have been nerfed a little bit with pickup range.
This is... Wasn't Zest one of the main guys that started this? Really using Archon drops?
Gosh.
I feel like
I believe he was, actually, yeah. Well, he's actually... He's the guy that was mostly at the head of the Protoss meta for years. So a lot of what we do in Protoss does actually come from him, or he cleaned up a lot of it as well. Because you got to be careful not to just throw out like who made a build or something. That's like almost silly because it's almost impossible to tell.
Yeah.
But like whether he created them or not, he showed a lot of the builds first and cleaned them up as well. Like you know, a lot of the other pros probably just take Zest build orders because he's very good at that.
There's
like one of his super strengths.
There are certain players that when you get a new version of the game, they immediately come out on top. I mean, we saw this especially when Wings of Liberty first came out. It was this whole wave of players that it clicked with them first, and then the other players who might practice more or take a little bit longer to learn end up catching up, and then they take the lead. But Zest really, when Legacy of the Void came out, this version of the game gelled with him.
You know, I think that Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void, the people who are on top on that's like a more respectable, a truer test of skill. Whereas I look at who's on top at the beginning of Wings of Liberty, and the thing is, that's just a new game. The people on top were just the people who rushed. It was just about attacking because you learn that so much quicker.
Or you've learned some gimmick or exploit, and then
yes, and that was like, remember Bit by Bit Prime?
Yes,
the biggest joker ever to have played this in the GSL.
Yeah.
Like, you go back and I went back and watched one of the games, and I'm just like, oh my god, he's worse than me playing with my feet. Like, it's awful.
Oh, check this out. He's going to put 2 Stargates up there, Tosis. Your dream's coming true.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, right? This is the type of thing to actually do in a situation like this, because some of these switcheroos into Stargate are super powerful. A lot of people are liking mutas right now. And he has Speed Overlord, so you know that there is no way to do it other than to hide it. So this is a very strong move from Zest. I think that this was
Wait, is that Overlord going to spot that, though? Is that path? That should...
I think he's just barely not going to.
Hold on.
Oh,
okay, he sees
my God. But does he actually see it?
Yeah, he does. He's like, wait a minute. You what?
Does he cancel his mutas? Let's see. Or does he just run up there and try to get rid of... Do you cancel your mutts? Do you cancel your
5 mutts?
Oh, he's going to let the mutts finish.
5 mutts. I guess he's going to be able to get up. Yeah. There's only 2 Phoenixes out so far.
He sent his roaches up to try to kill the pylon.
It's going to be 4 Phoenixes total before these roaches come up here and kill everything. 4 is not... it's not an impactful number. I mean, it's not bad, but he's not going to be able to get any more. And so this is annoying because that tech has been completely destroyed.
Fly that prism over there, power those Stargates, make some DTs, and get those Phoenixes online.
Okay, so he sees the 4 Phoenixes. He knows where he's at. There's 5 Corruptors coming out here. Meanwhile, the Archon drop is going to come in.
Yeah, some reasonable harassment here. Love the Spore coming up. Just forcing him to get out of there. You cannot screw around against that right now. Oh, and the Corruptors are chasing him down.
Okay, Corruptors are now out here. A lot of more gates are going to come down here. We're probably going to have an attack coming out from Protoss in a little bit. Rogue is taking his 4th. The Baneling's nest, excuse me, getting set up for defensive purposes here.
Yeah, you know, looking at this, I feel like Zest might have to take, yeah, especially he's warping in some Stalkers right now.
You think he wants to just stay back for a little bit and not attack him?
It feels that way. Like, I can't see what he has right now forming a strong enough attack.
By the way, really good job just killing off 14 rogues here.
Yeah, that's pretty insane damage.
He got all this value out of the mutas, and now they're gone.
Considering that Zest kind of hard countered what Rogue was doing, the fact that he shut that down and then made his mutas super worthwhile.
Okay, he's actually going to do that 3-base timing here. He's going to try to come in.
Oh, maybe he can do this. That is a lot of Archons. That is a really serious number of Archons.
These Corruptors are going to be quite good at getting rid of the Phoenixes and then possibly the Warp Prism if they can get to the right spot. Here we go. The Ravagers are now out. This is actually quite a bit coming here from Zest.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's going to lose all the drones over here. Oh, I guess some are going to get out, actually.
Sick force field.
It's like force fielding out his own Zealots.
Wow.
Okay,
all right, well,
Zest is making this look easy. Does he want to... Okay.
Do you push this, though?
Yeah,
do you
that's
go
what
up
I was
this
about to say. Is this really what you want to do? He's going to go for it.
Oh, those Biles were just sick.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage he ate just there. There's a lot of Banelings morphing here in between the Ravagers. He has not quite splash damaged them out. They're going to go right on top of some of those sentries. Another warp in here.
Everything's starting to die here for Zest.
Yeah, he's actually eating so many of these Biles.
Oh, is he just going to break him?
He needs to get another warp in here. You know that Warp Prism? I think had he gotten that with the Corrosive Biles, he might have had a different story.
Well, it would have been a hold, I think.
Okay,
but
I think Zest actually
this might
has done
be it then. Yeah, the second Prism coming in as well.
He's wedged his way in between the 2 bases here, so it's very hard for any of the units to meet up. GG, Zest wins 2-1.
Well, Color me impressed. That was a strong attack. He had so many Archons in there. I wasn't sure about moving up the hill. That's hey, all right. Zest right now leading 2-1. Is Rogue ever going to get out of a round of 8?
I don't know, man. Rogue is looking pretty bummed. This is not his day.
You know, once upon a time, he was the best Zerg in the world and the world champion. And unless Cyril retires, that may never happen again.
Yeah. What is he going to do in this next game? Because that was a very straightforward 3-base timing attack. He even denied the Phoenixes there.
Well, that's why I thought that stuff wasn't going to work out with the attack, because Zest is like going into those. His gates are a little bit late, but
we're going to go to match 4 in just a little bit, but first a quick commercial break.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walked to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die. It makes right, so he said, when he held all the keys over our head. I lived in that grip, but now he'll learn at the end with the tables turned. Lord, forgive me. Take me on down the river where the kids can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out. 'Cause I done wrong down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger. And before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Take me on down. Well, I sank that body by the riverbank. Caught a boat south, took off like a hurricane. With spotlights, dogs, yeah, the whole 9 yards. Of breathing down my neck and breathing hard. 2 weeks in a wild chase across the highways, mountains, over 7 states. Found a man at the harbor, said that he could take me across the ocean somewhere far away. Lord, forgive me. Take me on down the river where the kids can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can cry out. 'Cause I done wrong down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger. And long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. But take me on down. 'em now, staring down a barrel at point blank range. I'm made for the water, jumping off the ledge, but not before it gets through to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs. Blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord, forgive me, here I come. It take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out. 'Cause I done wrong down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger. And long before dawn they try to find.
2019.
There it is.
Mountain Dew GSL Season 3.
Darth Vader having a panic attack again.
Reversal.
He doesn't know who to cheer for here for the round of 4.
Get my Xanax.
Oh, man.
All right. We're going to go into Game 4? Game 4,
yeah.
but we've only been live for 40 minutes?
That's right. 10 minutes per.
Wow.
King's Cove. Rogue has to turn it on now.
Yeah, Rogue might just get knocked out. And frankly, I thought this was an easy pick. I thought Rogue wins this 3-1 most likely. But Zest, he's bringing it. It's got to be an exciting moment for Zest here.
Yeah.
About to take down possibly he will. About to take down the world champion. And our game's already loaded up, so we're going to hop right into it. Let's go to King's Cove now.
Fight. Jin Air Green Wings, Rogue.
It would be really fitting if there was a failed camera rush this game. That would be the perfect game to add into the series.
This is my kind of PVZ.
Ocean Gaming, Zest.
You know, good game.
We just see a forge go down, we pop out a champagne bottle.
You know, like good games done quick or whatever it's called.
You are so not hip or cool. It's awesome games done quick, Artosis.
Yeah.
You know speedy video gamers? Yes, you mean speedrunners, Artosis.
Yeah, speedy
video gamers. Yeah.
Anyways, so what about good games done bad? Okay, so like for instance,
what about shitty games played poorly?
No, awesome games played poorly. You see, now imagine this for a moment, if you would, okay?
Yeah.
So, like, those first 2 games could go in there. We could show some guy playing Dark Souls, and he can't beat the first boss. Oh, my God. Can you imagine how great that would be?
Unlike shitty games done poorly, it's just someone playing Superman 64 making no progress at all.
Just running around.
Yeah,
it's like playing.
Yeah. Everybody's going, this is terrible. Why are we doing this to ourselves? This is horrible.
It's a guy playing one of the the new Grand Theft Autos, and all they do is ride a motorcycle around town and obey the speed limit.
Yeah, try not to crash into cars or run over people.
Yeah. This is a great idea.
You know what always bothered me on those games? That I was unable to actually drive anywhere and not run people over.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was getting annoying because I'm just trying to get to point A to point B to get the mission done.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, there's no way to not end up crashing into cars and then get chased by the police and have to avoid that and then get back.
Sounds like you're pretty bad. Maybe I could have you on that show. I never had problems
I'm just
with
waiting
that.
for them to release a game where I just have to abide by the law and pay my taxes. That's my kind of game.
It's called Real Life Taste.
Yeah,
You're failing it.
Okay, we got a Stargate coming here.
Yeah.
But it's not in the main Artosis.
Yeah, and he's making a stalker to try to mask it as well.
Yeah.
There's Overlord
I hope
speed
you don't
on the
get
way.
my main and see what I'm doing.
Kind of interesting the way he's going about it. The Overlord speed. We'll see that there's something missing likely. But does he think it's a Stargate?
Well, we have that Oracle coming here. He's like, oh no, an Overlord. I don't want you to see what's in my base. Oh no, a second one. But really, the real story. Oh, and a second hidden pylon? What?
Is this Patience or is this Zest?
Why is he making a second pylon down there to hide something else?
Maybe that's the hidden one.
Look at this scout pattern by the Overlord. Today was brought by the letter Z, by the way.
Seriously. Z-Scouts are the best.
Z-scouting. He's going to serpentine his way right down to,
Oh my God.
Z-scouts for the win. Now it's the letter V, but it was
We
Z
need a
earlier.
third proxy location.
I know. Now here,
Never let him
my
bring the
God.
probe to a third proxy location.
okay, he's. Oh, sorry. Two drones, excuse me, killed off here.
All right, so first time we've seen standard Oracle harass in a long time. Been seeing a lot of these silly 3 Oracles flying and all your drones die type of things.
Yeah.
All right, Ling's going to come out and just kill that right off. It's like Twilight and Robo back at home. Maybe into an Archon drop. Unsure at this moment. So Zest's plans so far this game not really working out all that well.
Okay, Oracle coming in. Not bad. It looks like he might. No, he will not lose the Oracle, excuse me. Now, a quick question. I want to pick your brain on that. What are your thoughts on actually having the 2 hidden locations? I always feel like if you're going to go for hiding, why wouldn't you not just hide everything just over there
Well,
in the upper right?
I think having the 2 hiding locations, if they find one, they might not scout the other.
Oh, I see. So the idea
They're
is
like,
that
okay, I found it,
They
and
only
they don't have to-
even if they think they've figured out what's going on, they only have half the information.
Yeah, and since he knew that the Speed Overlord would know something was missing, he'd find that and be like, okay, now I have to defend this. So if you follow that up with something sneaky from another hidden location, it's like less likely that's going to happen for many of the reasons that you're thinking. Why you shouldn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that it's, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it definitely is a mind game and a risk, and it doesn't work out this time. But I think it's a reasonable thing to give a try to.
So we've got the third being taken now. I got to say, Zest on top here, even though a lot of his plans have been completely interrupted so far. But we'll see how this game actually pans out here. I think Rogue's probably going to be in better shape overall.
Yeah, I'm liking where Rogue's at.
Oh, look at how daring this is. I'll just rough my Templars right down here and cover him with an Oracle. Sick.
Wow, it only takes an Oracle shot and 4 High Templar attacks to kill a Zerglin.
Yeah, now we know. So the Archon Harass is about to pick up here.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty well defended everywhere at the moment. Don't know what the Archons are really going to get done. Probably just flying on the periphery a little bit. Ooh, Drop Overlord on the way. I like it. Get that speed upgrade, why not? This little guy getting ready for some stasis wards, no doubt.
Okay, he's not going to let that unpowered building go down. Yeah, please go back and power that.
Make a Void Ray! You'll never expect a Void Ray right now!
The mind games are crazy.
It's like, where's the Archon drop? And then Void Ray replies, no!
And then the Queens just shoot it down, and it's like, oh, okay. A little Ling drop coming in here. Okay. So far, good defense here, keeping the Warp Prism out.
Second Robo is coming up.
I feel like he dropped this here and then forgot about it.
It does seem that way.
Because they're not moving at all. So
now there's already a couple Stalkers in there. Help out.
All right. I'm just surprised they didn't even target down probes here.
They didn't do too much with that.
Did not do anything with that, literally.
Yeah.
Took off Stalker shields.
Yeah. And now those Stalkers are going to sit there and wait for the inevitable Baneling drops that'll be coming.
Right. I don't think he should have done that at all.
What, the drop? I think it's okay to do. It's like 8 Zerglings is basically free.
Yeah, but I mean now the Baneling drop probably is less likely to work. You know,
well, he's definitely more. It's in his mind now as something that.
Yeah. Whereas before
should
it could have blindsided him. You know.
But maybe now you just have Stalkers in every base, and he doesn't do the Baneling drop, and that's the real trick.
Whoa, there's the real mind game.
All right, so Storm on the way. He's got 2 Robos pumping out Immortals as well. Lots of Lings on the way. Baneling speed as well.
Okay, Storm coming. Zest really going for a long PVZ here. But again, Rogue, he's at times been the greatest endgame ZVPer that we've ever had.
Yeah.
So let's see if when we finally do get to what I think is going to be a pretty long game, if he can handle. That being said, though, with Storm not far away from finishing, we might have these gates finish and a slow push out begin.
Well, I think that there's a decent chance that what we'll see here is Zest attack in right through the center. And with that creep spread and that wide open area at the Zergforth, like right here, how many battles have we seen where Protoss comes in and we're like, whoa, they're doing so good, but then it's like 180 degrees, 270 degrees of Zerg units come in, and it doesn't matter how many spells you throw down, there's just so much surface area and the Zerg is maxed out and they just crush the army. We see that all the time on this map.
Again, he is ready for the drops over there. Same Overlord from earlier. He's going to try to come in here once more. This is annoying when you're trying to do your push. There's a Baneling drop coming in here, though.
Yeah.
Because you could. It's almost like you cannot fully commit to the push because you're going to have to deal with pulling probes off and on, too. So this is going to keep Zest back here. Now, Rogue is maxed out and is in the process of taking an additional base here. Oh, ouch.
Really nice. Really nice. 10 kills.
Okay. So he's going to have to remake those 10 probes pretty quickly. And Rogue seems to be completely ready to absorb the attack of Zest here as well.
Yeah, I like that Zest has not attacked. There's absolutely no reason for him to attack right now. And, oh, he actually didn't even have charge. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I actually just assumed he already upgraded it.
Yeah, normally you get that a lot earlier. He's adding 3 Stargates in the fleet.
You think he could have made a mistake with that?
Yeah, there's a possibility. I would guess it was a mistake. It's so cheap. It's not like he didn't have the money. And
RTS player, every RTS player's experience, you're like, oh my god, I didn't get that yet.
Yeah. There's different levels. There's a, oh my god, I forgot Warp Gate level. That one's the worst.
Yeah, that's where
you're like,
not
oh
sure if
my
made for this
god.
game. Oh, he's going to come in here. He's going to go right for the probes. Nice block. Pops one off. And the probes are going to go right behind the cannon here.
Yeah, doesn't look like it'll quite connect. Almost has that +2 melee, though. That's where it gets really scary and you start one-shotting. Sending Banes all over the place right now for harassment. Now with these Tempests coming out, maybe there's some sort of push timing here for Zest. But I'm afraid if we get into that super late game scenario, you know, if he doesn't like nail him soon, it's going to become incredibly hard to break through Rogue.
Oh, he spotted the Banelings here once again. Let's see if he can actually get any probes here now. Pretty good reaction timing here.
Oh, you only need one to connect. Oh.
Yeah, but what if they all connect Artosis? Then
yeah,
what?
that's good too.
Oh, 26.
That's crazy. +2. What a good upgrade to have.
Yeah. Can one-hit probes with that, so.
Yeah, he's really working on those upgrades too. Look at that. +2 carapace, +3 melee on the way. Burrow and Burrow movement now out. And he's broken down that pylon wall so many times. Maybe he can just get in. Oh my god, he's just everywhere. He's everywhere.
He doesn't know. Zest is literally not reacting to that Nidus at all.
Oh, this is bad news. And with
Nidus
Burrow,
out.
roaches all over the place.
Do something with that Nidus, please.
Oh, wow. Seems like he did not expect this. Oh my god, and now Baneling's rolling into the 4th mineral line. Zest has 29 workers after that. Look at this. All these spores are here. Look how many Banelings he has.
This is so crazy.
Oh my god.
Wow, Zest just sort of like, I don't know, like completely ran out of focus or what happened here?
Well, he got caught by too many of these Banelings.
Oh my god. Now those storms are connecting pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's
oh
a
my
lot
god,
of
there's
Banelings,
so many
though.
Banelings.
Holy.
Oh my god, they're all going to hit those.
Oh my
They're
god.
hitting Protoss units and Zerg units now. GG, Rogue, you murderer.
That was pretty wild.
M for murder. Did you ever see that show?
No, but I've seen Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote? Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That granny always solving those mysteries.
Good TV.
I gotta go home and YouTube Murder, She Wrote. I gotta go. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta even just watch the intro to that show.
Oh yeah, her on her typewriter in her little grandma apartment.
Because she's a she
an author,
writes
right?
novels, but she also solves murders. Yeah. Her novel writing skills led her to be a good detective, or maybe her good detective skills allowed her to write good novels.
You know, they've actually copy-pasted that formula for shows multiple times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
Remember House? Well, that's not even that old.
Yeah.
That guy's unbearable.
He's great.
Don't act like House, man. You'll have no friends.
He doesn't want friends, Tasteless.
Oh, we're going to start the game, by the way. Game number 5. Let's go. Oh, I just got informed of a cool stat. All the maps that Rogues picked, Zest
Jin Air
won.
Green Wings, Rogue.
And all the maps that Zest or Rogue, wait, they're winning each other's maps. I got ahead of myself. I'm not good at speaking publicly. Sorry.
It's the only thing you have to be good at in this show.
I know, unfortunately.
Ocean Gaming, Zest.
God, I can't believe you just reminded me about Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many memes you could make with that, too.
I think no one will understand them. It's such an old show. It's like what my mom watched when I was a little
exactly,
kid.
Yeah. I remember seeing that play in my grandparents. Yes!
Yes! This is the correct way to decide who goes to the round of 4
We earned this. It's going to be a cannon rush.
Hell yeah!
Do it.
Oh, this is so right.
This is the way God intended StarCraft to be played.
Of course this is what you should do.
Oh,
he knows. Rogue knows. That probe took a weird amount of time to come out. Uh-oh, Rogue.
You'll never get me back here. Okay.
You're in trouble, Rogie Pierogi. Look at that. He hops it out with the cannon. Beautiful.
Rogie Pierogi.
That's right. Because he's just a little dumpling that's about to be eaten by Zest.
Okay, but he can't get more.
Oh, what are you doing with those drones? I'm going to stop your probe. No, you're
not. With these. Yeah, keep in mind, the workers are incredibly important here for the Protoss here. You need to make sure that you don't lose probes. Oh!
Could that cannon take more time?
Yeah. Oh, canceled. Not canceled. That was kill.
Oh, yeah.
That was murder, she wrote. Oh!
Oh,
Go, 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 go,
the
go.
juke is so real, and the Overlord took a shot in there, and that was good. All right, Spine's on the way. Cybernetics core at home. So there is a transition.
Oh!
Oh,
He's got to stay alive.
he just can't keep the probe alive.
No!
What a
That's
hold.
it?
What a
That's it?
hold.
Wow. This is some nerd justice right here. There's something about when you get cannon rushed online where you're like, well, this is actually a moral issue now. Like, you're actually a bad person.
Look at that. Locked in his base.
Look at
Cannons she wrote. That's what this is.
that. Cannon,
Tasteless.
she wrote, yes.
But it backfires this
Dial
time.
C for cannon artosis.
Yeah. Do you see this? That probe wants to get out so bad right now. What does Zest even do? He throws on a Stargate?
Yeah. He's like, maybe I can make phoenixes to kill your overlords.
Dude, I do not even know right now. I feel like you should go 4 gates and chrono your warp gate to use those pylons. Like, he's so dead. He's so...
This is the weird thing, too, is like, was the Protoss player, as a professional gamer, you know you probably should just play it out, right? I mean, it's like, oh, no.
He just hopped
GG.
it.
Ouch.
Well,
Cannon,
that's how
she
we
wrote.
decided.
That's what that game is.
That's how we decided who went to the round of 4.
I want to make a TV show about a person who cannon rushes and uses that to solve mysteries.
So Rogue,
Oh, God.
finally hitting a round of 4 here. Zest, unfortunately for him, it looks like no BlizzCon this year. I believe that even with a super tournament win, I don't think he's going to be able to make it, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll do other math on that after today, probably.
Wow. We're going to have an interview. Gosh, that series was short. Let's see how Rogue is feeling now that he's moved on to the Final Four. And then after that, we have one more best of 5 to see who's going to get that last spot. But I imagine Rogue